everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are continuing on with our little journey through the first new area that we have here in Endwalker. We just ended up unlocking Labyrinthos in the last episode, and we're trying to find out more clues to what the forum could be planning. We know they're planning something. They definitely seem to know something about the final days, but we just don't know what yet. I have a very good idea, and it kind of is hidden here in Labyrinthos. But the point is that we managed to make it down to the second tier. So apparently Labyrinthos has several tiers. I think it's like 3 or 4 tiers. And so we managed to make it to the second tier. Or we will in this particular episode, because I'm suspecting that we do end up getting down there. I don't think we'll be going any farther than that. So the second level is probably the furthest that we will go right now. And then sometime later on, in later levels, we'll end up coming back here and actually reaching the very bottom and probably finding out more about what Labyrinthos is all about. Anyway, so let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. So we have Claire out here just outside a abandoned mine shaft, which will take us downward. I still don't know how the others could not know this was here, because it's literally right there. Anyway, Alize seems ready to get underway. Assuming everyone tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. Okay. Oh, really? So the 4 of you get to go in all on your own, and then you just leave me behind. I'm starting to think that you guys are just trying to ditch me. Okay. It's a rather gloomy, dark cave. Oh, we got mushrooms. So, let's see here. Didn't mean to do that. That's okay. Okay, destination. So, and it's purple, so we know we're about to be attacked. Lovely. How much you want to bet it's going to be those mushroom things? Mithril cap. Oh, there they are. Yeah, so we got more mushrooms. You know you're in a dangerous world if even fungi are willing to attack you. Okay. Man, you're just really crushing it. The thing with tanks is that they do really good with defense, but offense is really lacking. Okay. I know you can't tell, but from my perspective, there's a really bad glare on the screen, so I'm having a hard time trying to see anything. Another destination. Willing to bet we'll be attacked by more mushrooms. I know they're called mithril caps, but hey, I call them mushrooms. Oh, 3 of them! Wonderful! Alright, boys, come here. I can't tell anymore. I'm just attacking everything. That's one good thing about being in when you have several people doing the same quest. Usually they are nice enough to help out. Okay. I had completely forgotten I can use a mount. I was so happy to be going through here, I did not stop to think. Alright, guys. That mineshaft was infested with mithril caps. Some sort of research project, I wonder? I suppose they are a most unusual creature. Why did they develop such long limbs when all they do is shuffle in narrow tunnels? I don't know, I'm not a mushroom. Claire, did you know Cryo almost took a tumble back there? She can't possibly still be dizzy from the lift. No, it's probably Hydaelyn. I was being careful, I swear. The slope was steeper than I thought, and I lost my footing for a moment, that's all. I'm not injured. If you don't count my pride. Aw, I'm sure it will heal. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident, nothing of consequence at least, and as promised, the tunnel has delivered us onto the medical current. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Ernvale's assumptions holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area of research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we can see. Alright, we can do that. It's gonna be so nice once we unlock the ability to fly. It really will be nice. I'm guessing over here. I'm guessing it's that great big round structure ahead of us. A stray egg? What the heck is a stray? Oh! Egg! As an eggplant! I was like, well, how can a stray egg attack you? That's a cute little garden area. Grapes. Pumpkins. Looks like, I'm guessing corn in the background. It's charming. Aha, now I know where we are. This is Miral's Agronomics. Stupid names. Why are these names so long and hard? I'm not good with names. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultural methods utilized in foreign lands. And yet your food is bland! And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. Most notable successes might make it to the Agora. Food so exotic, you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Yeah, that's kind of sleazy how they do that. Indeed, many vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. Really? You guys don't even know the names? Some scholars you are. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. It's possible they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motives. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same or cast about for useful clues. I mean, we're already here, might as well. So, we gotta speak to 3 different people. Okay, there's Jacob? Jepke. I think that's his name. Hello, Jepke. What do you have to share with us? Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors. Not with use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? Oh, we went to the mine shaft that apparently no one knows about. The mine shaft, you say? Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the field. I'm afraid the forum has its filing orders list a mom long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them all together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Of course not! Man, they're going to be making a lot of people really, really angry if they don't at least give them a good reason to why they're doing all this. Harried Harvester. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising given that it's native to a particular locale in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region in the south of Ishabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for meowed flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swamps of temperate plains, which in turn transition into hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territories, ever contested, as you might expect, used to be called Corvos before the Imperials named it Locus Amonas. So that's where Graha was from. So this area is kind of the land of where he's from. The form saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within confines of Labyrinthos. It since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. Okay, that's nice to hear. Didn't really tell us anything about the forum. So, there's one more. There's Alfie over there. Cryle. What the heck was that? Oh, people fighting. Maybe around here. Where? Oh, there they are. Not you. Overwhelmed laborer. Do I have aught to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some have been earmarked for ethereal transport, hence the stack of crates atop that hill over there. God, hauling that lot up the slope was a job and a half. So let's go investigate the stacked boxes then. Alright. I really don't think it's gonna tell us anything, but hey, I'm willing to investigate. Some people call that being nosy, and they would be right. I'm incredibly nosy, and I like to get into other people's business, even when it doesn't concern me. A stray onion. I'm guessing it's where everyone is standing that I have to be. Stacked boxes. Labels on these crates tell the story of their contents, bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports. Gotta say, they're making good progress on this bunker. But I still think it's what it is. Labyrinthos is a giant bunker for the end of the world. Ooh. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! That bloom will be your guide. I remember that from the trailer. Oh, it's pretty too.
Hard to look away, isn't it?
Hmm? Who's there?
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
Mood flowers, basically. Is that what they are?
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Sharlayan at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect.
That's cool.
And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, Its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin.
I bet I know it's from
To
Hydaelyn.
further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Seems like a nice guy.
Have you learned aught of interest?
Oh yeah, we did, about the flowers. Oh, you mean about the rest of Labyrinthos? No, not really.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
Oh, if your Stola hasn't heard of it, then you know it must be special. Oh, Kryl. Kryl's kind of fading out.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we've failed to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
And that dome really does look like the outside sky. It's kind of freaky.
Isn't that the entrance to the Archaeum?
Oh, it's
Look,
him.
there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice.
I didn't think
If
about
you're
that.
not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all... Cryer?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
I'm guessing she wasn't even listening.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him. Almost. I can almost reach you.
Yeah, Claire, you know something's up. I'm guessing that it had to be Hydaelyn who made those flowers. I mean, it does sound like something she would have done. And those flowers are somehow connected to her, maybe. I don't know. I mean, what do we do with a flower that changes color just based on your emotions? A mood flower. What do we do with that? I don't know. This is just getting more crazy. Let's get after him already. We waited too long as it is. Feels wrong to spy in Urnville, health-wise has been, but what other choice do we have? Forgive me, my attention has been elsewhere. We were following Urnville, weren't we? Is Cryle still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. Alright, so what's the next quest? Full report, warts and all. That's a strange name. Urnville has headed westward along the path outside the Archelon. Come, we can still catch him. Sorry. Something went down the wrong way. Okay. Ooh, we might want to be careful with some of our mounts. The researchers would go nuts if they saw even half of these mounts that we have. And I have a pretty big collection, which I'm very proud of. Seems Y'shtola wishes to have a word with us. I can tell. I can still hear it. Flowers, I'm guessing? We've fallen too far behind, and this damn mist won't help matters. I don't see any mist. Hold on a moment. I have an idea. If memory serves, that colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta, one of Labyrintho's climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, which one could access the upper and lower tiers. If I were an agent of the Forum, it would make for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Urnville in the company of said agents, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, she'll have to remain undetected. Only Graha and his vanish spell were here. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That would have been helpful. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Oh no, what are you doing? Hippity hop, my little toads. Huh? Oh my god, did she just... Goodness. What'd she do? Yes! We're a toad now! She turned all three of us into toads! Who comes up with this? Unaccustomed to transfiguration, we're in on and we're off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Urnville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. And what am I to do in the meantime? Yeah, what are you going to turn her into? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Aww. Which reminds me, where are the creature's hereabouts? In that form, you are essentially defenseless. Oh, thank you! You have changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with quest objectives. And we can return here if it fades off. Okay, whatever. So, which one's Aleph? Which one's Alize and which one's Alphino? Oh, that's cute. Alize. Ribbit, ribbit. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alley Toad and Alfie Toad and Alley Toad are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. Oh, that is funny. That is just funny. Can we still talk to you guys? I would have enjoyed being a toad for a little while, if only for the change of pace, but Y'shtola right, I'm too preoccupied with other matters. Yeah, they're just saying ribbit. Let's move! I'm sorry, this is just funny. We're hopping in sync. Oh look, we got an even bigger toad. Giving it wide berth. I'm sorry, I'm just getting rid of my minion. This is so much funnier. It really is hilarious. Like, you stole her. How could you do that to us? With no warning, too. But hey, it's fun as heck. Now we all just have to wait and hope we don't get eaten.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list.
What is it? What are they
If
doing?
I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
I knew I liked this guy. I really like this guy.
In an age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
What a dick. In other words, yeah, I'm not going to do anything about that. Really? I hope they rise up and protest. I really do. What's going on?
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full.
Oh!
While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart.
How?
Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
Yes,
If
how
you
did
need to
you?
impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
When he puts it like that, that seems so obvious. Oh, that is funny. Oh, that was clever, too. That really was clever. I applaud you, Erenville. I applaud you. That was like the best line yet. Okay. Our toe performance needs work, apparently. I'll have to pay more attention next time I see one. Why? Is it going to happen again? I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specializes in animal procurements would not be so easily deceived. Yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps we've discovered a new piece of the puzzle, this momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. Sharlayan has been called to action, and the Tolophari Declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of the significant importance to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. They definitely know something about the final days, and they know what's coming, and that's why they're building the bunker, but at the same time, I feel like that's not the case anymore. Okay, Guild of Swords. Staring off into the direction Erenville departed, a thoughtful look on her face. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the Gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Kryl for the moment, see what they think of this. Alright, let's head back then. I wonder if some scholars walking around and is kind of freaking out because they see an elephant walking by. I don't know why, my brain just came up with that on the spot. So, where is she? On the other side of the bridge, I remember that. I do hope they have more toad scenes in the future. That was fun. If not toads, then at least some kind of transforming scene. Like, I don't know, maybe turn us into porkies or something. Porksies, sorry. I don't know where I came up with porkies. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenville then? Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Kryl, then discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm, she was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. You're making it sound like she's like 2 and she needs to be watched. I have a feeling that Hydaelyn is trying to talk to her, but she's having trouble trying to communicate. Why is she trying to communicate with Kryl, though, all of a sudden? That makes very little sense to me. And where is this area? It's around here, I think. Ooh! Leave me alone! Stupid controller got stuck. Move it! Okay. Okay, so there's the farm. Which means... is it up here? Okay, I recognize this area now. So it's up here where the heart blooms are. Hello, Kryl. Wonder what's gonna happen. Ooh, another cutscene already.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting.
Oh, that's handy.
She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
Yes, I knew it! Okay, what did Hydaelyn say?
Will you speak with her now?
Ooh,
I cannot hope
get
to match
speak her again.
Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Oh, I can't wait! I'm so happy now.
Thank you. Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment.
Oh.
Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Menphilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well.
Oh.
Her, and another who may yet have a part to play.
Another?
Though that will depend on you.
Is that like Reen? Is she talking about Reen?
Take the flower. Walk free, for you are free. To go where you wish. To believe what you will.
Oh, walk free, and the theme for Answers is playing. Oh, is it in the
bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction.
Oh.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine till the end, blinding and radiant.
Why are you so cryptic? No, she did this already.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first, so weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread. Imagine my surprise to discover it was Hydaelyn herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go.
What about the flowers?
Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
Yeah, dude. I'm just lost. I really am.
You can't be
lost.
serious. We've done nothing wrong.
Oh no. No. Thank you for shutting off a really good part. Oh no. Is this who I think it is? It is. Oh no. This can't be good.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization.
Well, you got her there.
We
It's
are
not like they
aware
did
of
anything
your
wrong.
investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian.
I
A
knew he
group
was gonna get in trouble.
operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities.
He's right.
Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, But the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion.
Then tell people about it!
We will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What, then, is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
G'raha.
G'raha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
I have a feeling it's more than that.
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Of course. Of course.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse.
He really doesn't like her.
But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
Come on, G'raha. What did you do? I'm dying to know, really. What did you do? Must have found something big if they're freaking out like this.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
I would imagine so with that grin.
The Forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldesion. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
What a jerk. You know, if you guys weren't so secretive, then we wouldn't have had to sneak around. Simple as that.
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
I don't think so. Not the Galuf I know. At least if he's anything like from 5.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
I just realized this is the first time I've ever seen her with her hood down. I gotta say, I love her hair. I wish she'd wear her hood down more often.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
You can tell she's Matoya's student. Everyone's freaking out.
This revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own.
Ooh, what'd you find?
The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policymaking process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society.
Okay.
And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd.
Oh boy, here we go. This is gonna be good.
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility.
Okay.
I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea.
Oh, interesting.
You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
What's that? Something happened there.
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
I love the tie-in with the trailer. This is nuts.
Such misguided zeal.
What's your hatred for us? Jeez!
Father, Master Fortuno.
Ooh.
I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the Studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Oh, really? Well, in that case,
Honestly,
we won.
every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections.
Yeah, look at the Gleaners.
Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given?
I love that.
No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Order! We will have order! Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand. I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
I'm not happy. But that was a good scene. It was an amazing scene. Thank you for coming to our aid. I mean, if he's friends with Louis Soir, he has to be good, right? At least that's what I want to think. Monty Chang, I think his name was. I don't know. Okay, what's next? I'm almost scared to see what's going to happen next. Oh, these loading screens. Why? Why? Thank you. You may encounter some raised eyebrows, but do continue to claim the students as your sponsor whensoever the need arises. I believe in the guiding principles of the Scions, and I know my grandfather would have as well. Oh, that's so nice. My father may be right, that I am still groping in the dark for answers, but I needed him to know that I would never stop searching. I owe that much to Arenvald and myself. Thank the gods for Scholar Montichang. I absolutely loathe the arguing in circles. I apologize for the trouble I've caused you. I was pondering the significance of what I had just read as I left the restricted section, and knocked over the security mammoth on my way out. I promise to be more vigilant next time. Really, Graha? At least we've been allowed to remain in the city, and our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn aught more of the substance here in Sharlayan. Okay. Estate visitor. Okay, let's take care of this one real quick. We'll do this one last quest, and I think we'll call it a day there. The overall picture has grown clearer, yes, but that's in spite of the Forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival come what may. His father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family. I have a feeling that's not the case. Alphino? Alize? It is you! Who is that? Oh my god! Is that who I think it is? When I heard you'd been dragged before the Forum, I came as swiftly as I could, and I'm so very glad they allowed you to stay. Yes! Yes, it's their mother! Oh my god! Oh, they look just like her! I thought that they looked like their dad, but no, they definitely take after her. Amelia and Slevy are at your service. Oh, and you fine people must be the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. I can't get over this. I cannot. Oh, Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. If word reached his father that you were here... Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I am well aware that you and Master Fortuno are not on the best of terms at the moment. I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. Oh, you will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. Really? Oh, is this where they get their new outfits? The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our choices. Or options, sorry. Go visit your home. We will be back at the annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure Claire, what do you think? Claire? The Claire Faye? What a splendid day this has turned out to be, Champion of Eorzea. I insist that you join us. Okay. I have a feeling it's not smart to refuse her. But we must be quick about it, not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Claire, if you would be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. Well, okay, but we don't know the way. And then she was gone, and with her any opportunity to protest. I like her! I really like her. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. Well, I mean, Fortuno may not like us, but at least Emilian seems to really like us. I'm sure Alphino thinks nothing of it. He invited classmates all over all the time, but I wasn't the most... It was a different time for me, alright? Poor thing. I apologize. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I am glad, relieved even, to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Claire? Though it seems we shall have little enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us on our visit home? Okay! So they're walking with us. Let's give Alize a push then and be on our way. Fine, if we're going, then let's get it over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys. I mean, Oh, never mind. Livier Estate is that way. Straight down the stairs. Come on! Oh, man. Okay, they're accompanying us now. We got both of them! Yay, that is adorable! Are you two following us? Yeah, they are. Oh, that's so cute! Everything is cute! Oh! I love this new feature! I just wish they could have it all the time. Ooh, what's this? A point of interest. Okay, discuss the view from the bridge. As children, Alphino and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. Ah, overprotective. Always a dangerous thing. When Alize and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or a servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. And now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. That would be so frustrating. After all we've been through together, it's just strange to be here with you now, to come full circle and see how much has changed. Oh, why do you have to say that? The Livier Estate is in the northern part of Journey's End, just down the stairs from the rostra. Oh, and please don't make a fuss when we get there, it's only a house. In other words, it's a really big, really fancy house, which is right here. It's huge! Seriously, who needs that much space? Okay, millions. And here you are at last. Please do come in. Oh, this is gonna be nice. I have a feeling it's gonna be really nice. Oh my god, this is oozing wealth.
Welcome home, my lady.
I can't take it. I just can't take it. This is even richer than Fort Tumps Manor.
What? What are you gawping at?
Well, we don't want to antagonize her, so we'll just say we're admiring the craftsmanship. Yeah, she is a crafter after all.
Oh, I suppose I never gave the decor much thought. I'm glad that you approve, I think.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you would accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
Oh, they're leaving us alone with their mother. That's a dangerous thought.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying.
Aww.
Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scions coin and other such donations.
That's so nice of you.
Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
That is adorable! And they'd be so embarrassed if they heard
care
that.
for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them.
Oh, I love her. I really do love her. She's right up there
Under
with
normal circumstances, I
Count
would
Edmund.
offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
Oh, she'll love that. Probably tone it down on the danger knock, though. That's just me. Here we go.
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alpha now.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become.
Oh, thank goodness.
See for yourself.
That would have been just terrible if they were dressed alike again.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
They better save their old clothes so that Tataru doesn't freak out.
Them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
Oh, when Yoshi P said that we would be surprised by the person who gives them their new clothes and Alfie's new weapons.
Master Alphino.
I wasn't expecting this. Oh, he has his neural lips. Finally. He gets a weapon upgrade.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father.
Ooh, even better.
Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry. I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
I have expected her to tell us to, and you better watch out for them. That was so nice. That was really so nice. I'm so glad that they have her. But now it's really starting to shape up as 4.0 was, you know, just the overprotective father, blah, blah, blah. That's never fun. That's such an old cliche. And that was that. Only the gods know when we'll be back again. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her. And I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief. For now, however, it will have to suffice, as will these tokens of home that we carry with us. These gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality. Let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. Okay, I have a feeling that we're going to be closing out this little part of the journey. And we're going to be accepting the next series of quests in Thavnir. I can't wait! I've been looking forward to Thavnir. And we can't get in. Why? What is with this lag? But yeah, I think we will cut it there, and we will save the rest of Thavnir for the next episode. Hi, kitty. Get down. She just loves scratching at my desk. I don't know why she does that. Okay, you can let us in now. Seriously, let us in. Thank you. Jeez, that's annoying. I don't know if you can hear her crying. I got a Christmas wreath and she's going nuts over it. Okay. For us to feel responsible for the schism of House Livier would be pure hubris. After all, we are merely on the outskirts of what is essentially a family affair. And neither can we claim the indifference of strangers. To hear their mother welcome them so warmly was a joy and relief. As curious I am to learn of the truth of this duty, I wonder what else the Forum is hiding. A calamitous secret whose origins lies in the ethereal sea. Duplicity aside, however, I do not believe Master 4.0 means us ill. Even if the harsh words he had for his children stemmed not from anger, I think, but desperation. Interesting. If I intend to master these sages' armaments, that will mean learning to imbue them with the same ether that I poured into Moonstone and Obsidian. Still, it is difficult to grasp the essence of such an entity. For me, it will be help to think of the Norlifs as allies in battle, simply a new form of the energy which went into manifesting my carbuncle companions. Don't think for a moment that I'm jealous of Alphinaud's new weapons. They're far more suited to him than me. We live for Eorzean matching outfits, but our styles, both fashion and fighting, have long since been diverged. If anything, I'm proud of the differences between us, which is good. Enjoyed your time with the Leviers, I hope? I should ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope that we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Hydaelyn is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once we have scattered out the situation in Thavnir, we'll be well equipped to plot our next move. Okay, sounds good! Alright, so the next quest is for Thavnir Bound, but we'll save that for next time. Okay, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. And we had a lot of fun here, a lot of cutscenes, a lot of really interesting information so far. Nothing too shocking yet, but I am expecting some really big revelations coming to us really quickly. So anyway, that's it for right now. This is Fantasy Girl signing out.